Good news for workers. New data shows companies are doing more to keep employees happy, including putting more money in their pocketbook. A new survey by Willis Towers Watson shows that nearly a third of the more than 1,000 U.S. companies involved in the study are planning to bump up salaries from last year. Joining us to talk about this morning is Rebecca Knight, senior correspondent for Insider. Good to have you with us. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Great to be on here.
You know what? A big question. I know a lot of people at home are saying, okay, I've seen the studies. I've seen that there's this trend in getting a raise, but how do I maximize or leverage this opportunity without coming off entitled or pushy?
Well, first of all, you're not going to be entitled or pushy. A lot of people are doing it right now. We know that the Great Resignation is taking place last month, or at least in November. The latest figures from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 4.5 million people voluntarily left their jobs. And one of the biggest reasons they're doing so is to make more money. And so if you are one of those employees who is still at your company, at your organization, and maybe thinking about moving, first of all, raise your hand and say, boss, I'd like to earn more, and I think I'm worth it.
That, you know what? Yeah, I think a lot of people want to take you up on. How much of an increase are we talking about here?
So last year, employees got about a 2.8% salary bump. At the beginning of this year, people were thinking, companies were thinking about a 3% raise. Now they're thinking about 3.4%. And it gets back to what you were saying, Adrienne. People are leaving their jobs in droves, and companies are falling all over themselves to make sure their employees stay, to attract and retain the people they've got.
Well, and I think 3%, when you look at it, cost of living increases are normally around 3%. So companies might have to do a little even more than that, especially with the inflation rates that we're seeing. But to keep and hire the best talent, is the money enough? Is that working?
So right now, it's not working, and it's not working by a long shot, because employees during this global pandemic that has been pretty undeniably horrible for everyone, employees have really done a lot of soul searching and reflection and thinking they want more out of their lives, out of their careers. So they don't just want the money. Of course, the money doesn't hurt. We got to buy that orange juice, as you said. But yes. They want flexibility. They want autonomy. They want to feel like the work that they're doing matters. They want to feel purpose. They want to feel a connection with not only with their colleagues but with their organizations. So employers have got their work cut out for them right now.
Yeah, you mentioned autonomy and flexibility in addition to more money. Are we at this really important turning point in the marketplace where industry, where commerce is going to have to pay attention to the inherent needs in all of us to want to make the world a better place while we're at work?
Well, I think so, and I really hope so. I think that a lot of us, as we've said, have done some stock taking during these past 2 years, and we realize what we want out of our lives. And I think employers, if they are going to hold on to us and get the best out of us, they're going to need to connect their mission, what they do, to what we're searching for too.
Yeah, Rebecca, I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for being with us from the Insider.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.